let's go, let's go. What's happening?
Where are we going?
He got nowhere to go. Well, if you want to go with me, I'm going to do a prom this evening. So.
Oh, no. I went to a couple of those in high school. I'm done with them. And nobody asked me this time. No, too late. I can't find no tux. I ain't get my face ready. I got to do my makeup. You know what I'm saying? I need to go get a croissant. I mean, it's too many things.
Excuses or what? Tools of the what? Okay, you already
Listen, I'll be incompetent all day right there. Shoot. Yeah.
Well, welcome, folks. Welcome to another edition of Our Take. I am your host, Farrah, hostess with the mostest, and we got over here Mr. T Double on the phone, sitting alone. The Lakers home in 5.
Listen, you ain't gonna talk. Well, you are gonna talk about my Lakers. I'm about to say you ain't gonna talk about my Lakers.
Oh, I'm saving the best for last, baby. Today.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm here. Smiling, nodding, another season. My football season ended early. My basketball season ended early. Now I don't know what to do now. I'm done.
I mean, you got your W. I don't know how much of a baseball fan you are, but we'll see how that works out.
Did watch a little W last night, and them girls from Vegas.
They ready for the season. They ready for the season. But how was your weekend? Everything been good before we jump on in and everything?
Before we get started, everything is good. I got to say something about your little shirt, though. What is that on your little shirt right there? You got what does that say?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. No, I didn't really have a say in what shirt I wore today. I was just trying to put something on. And the reason I put on Carolina is because I was listening to the Extra Point a little bit earlier, and they was fussing about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend got all these positions now. I guess I don't really know. Hadn't really followed it, but I kept hearing Carolina. So that's the T-shirt I pulled out.
The reason I asked you was.
Oh man!
So what made you put that shirt on? See, that's what I was asking. See,
which one look better, y'all?
Vote.
Y'all already know. Vote.
Y'all better vote. Go for the Carolina.
The real
right there.
Carolina.
Oh, the real Carolina. The Carolina right there.
Those people down south, they below us, they beneath us.
Woohoo! Not the beneath.
North, south, you get it. You know directions. But anywho, we got a lot to cover today. We're gonna go over a little bit of that. We're gonna start with the NFC East and go on down through it. Tuesday, if you wasn't on, run it back. Yes, we were actually on it. We talked about AFC and all the breakdown of the draft. And of course, got a little WNBA in there, a couple of sprinkles of some other little sports stuff that came up a little bit, nothing major. And then, of course, the good old NBA playoffs, which is definitely better than the damn season was.
Agreed.
They could just work that whole 82-game season out and just pick a few.
Yeah, pick some teams and say, y'all are the playoffs, you the playoffs. We like you, F you. Oh, so
you pretty cool. Much like damn, because this shit is boring as hell. But this year, so far, it's been good. I'm good with it. So, all right, we'll jump on in it. I guess we'll get on in it.
Now, are we alone today? Or my man Richie Rich gonna pop in?
I have no idea. He ain't messaged me. He may jump in. I have absolutely no idea. But we'll see if he pop on in. Anybody else want to jump in? Holla at your girl and boy. We got you. I'm gonna send you a link. Jump on live. Holla at us. We're being scared, folks.
Instead of saying hi, come and talk. Put your point of view in there. Talk to us.
Thank you. Go live on your phone when you're at an event or somebody fighting and y'all running.
You're ready. But you can't get on the phone and talk. Okay, we understand.
Come on in the room and join us. But we're gonna start out with the NFC East draft selection.
Who's the NFC? Who?
What? NFC East. The division, the worst division in the entire NFL, much less the NFC. How about that?
Okay.
Can we agree on that?
I don't even know the teams in that division. I don't even speak of the team. Oh no, there's Lionel Richie out there, of course.
I just said the worst division.
Yes.
In the NFL, even in the NFC is the worst. Okay, we got some good old Cowboys. The weakest division. Let's say that. We won't even say the trashiest. This is the weakest. It always has been and always will.
Well, for you Cowboy fans, get up, wake up, We talking about you first. You feel good because you say everybody talk about us when we ain't good, and when we good or when we're not good. People always talking about you. Hate it. No, look, we put y'all first. You know why we put y'all first? Because you last. Ricky Bobby. We put you first. Put you last. That's why we put you first. Welcome. Okay. All right. Let's have
who this. They get? Tyler. They got another Tyler. Let's start there.
Yes, that's the 17th Tyler in a row for the offensive line. Yeah. If you name, we said that the other day. If you got a child, you name him Tyler. Get him ready. The Cowboys are going to draft him. I'm telling you. Even if they're female, if they name Tyler, come on in there. We're going to draft him.
That's and they build their houses in Tyler, Texas. So
that's true indeed.
But he was a good running back. No, he is a he's a guard? He's a guard. He's a guard.
That's all they draft in the first round. They doing like they did in the early 90s when they build it from the inside out, which is late 80s, early 90s, which is what you're supposed to do. But how long is that plan supposed to work? I mean, tell me the truth.
How long got for so many years left. Come on.
Because by the time you get everybody, one of them going to retire, somebody got hurt, somebody left. But overall, they talk about this young man supposed to be the Javon Walker stopper, the one from Philadelphia. And they said, and I heard this on TV. This is the funniest thing. This dude didn't give up any sacks over the last 3 years since he was there. But his first year, he gave up 4 sacks, 3 or 4. And all of them were to Javon Walker, and then Walker graduated and went to Philadelphia. This dude stayed in college. So how are you going to be the stopper of the dude who got all the sacks of you when you were in college now that you're in the pro? How's that supposed to work? But,
hopefully over the years, they've been both improved, and he can do his thing. Just do your job. Just do your job.
Somebody about to lose their job. Oh, sorry.
I mean, but he is at the Cowboys, so, but I do like the Jadon Blue they got out of Texas. That was a good ad. I will say that for them. The running back.
They actually did. Name wise, there's a couple of people on this thing that I know. The dude from East Carolina, Ravel, would have been a first round pick if he didn't get hurt. And so I think they slipped in and get that. Blue, they needed a running back because you can't name anybody in that running back room. No, you could, because their starting running back used to play for y'all last year in Denver. So that's
they give them away. They never keep their running back. So Jadon, don't buy a house.
Listen, get you an apartment by the Star with all the players' girlfriends right there, so you can be happy right there and just be right there, sir, and stay there.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I see over here is Mafafa. I can't pronounce it correct, but the running back from Clemson. This dude was a monster at Clemson. He will run you over, and I know because we've seen it happen over here at the real Carolina. At the other Carolina too. He ran over them too. Sorry.
I know he ran over North Carolina. I know he did.
But yeah. So I mean, I don't see the glitz and the glamour. I don't see the and the things that they're needed. But I think Jerry just did what Jerry does and get him a solid C-, D+, and just be happy for 5 years down the road. You still graduate with a C-. You graduated with a C-, sir.
I think that's what he had when he was at Arkansas. He graduated with a C-, D+.
You can graduate, so you got what you wanted. Congratulations, Cowboy.
Yeah, and now, I can't spend so much time on them. Go ahead.
If there's any Cowboy fans who tell me any different, that they celebrate and this is the greatest draft, let us know. We don't know because I don't see it. But
I don't see it.
Jerry being Jerry. That's all. Jerry being Jerry.
But from the continuation of Tuesday, they're have-not. So we're going to move it on.
And why we even talked about them? We spent time talking about a whole have-nots crew.
Yeah, we did give them like at least 4 minutes. That was crazy. Unheard of. New York Giants. They needed some stuff. They actually got some good stuff. First off, they got Abdul, for God's sake. They got Mr. Carter.
Yeah.
They rolling the dice on Dart.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see. And they got my favorite low-key player out of the draft, Mr. Scatterboo himself. They picked up some really freaking good pieces to build off of. They really did.
Well, I can't argue with their draft. They got the best defensive player. They believe they got the second best quarterback in this draft. They believe. We don't believe that. And
I believe I can fly.
and they got one of the best running backs or one of the hardest working running backs that we just loved in college. So I can see this as a great draft. Now, the funny thing about it, I remember we talked about it a couple of days ago or whatever situation where this young man Carter was trying to get Lawrence Taylor's number 56. And Lawrence Taylor said, nah, dog, you make your own number. So guess what happens? Remember, he wore number 11 at Penn State, so now he wants to wear 11 with the Giants. Yeah. But the 11 is retired from Phil Simms, the quarterback. So he
ain't getting that.
So he went to Phil, and Phil's like, yeah, I can see that. I don't have a problem. Then Phil called back and said, well, his family said, nah, dog. Make your own number.
It's retired for a reason. The hell?
No. So the question is, what number are you going to wear now? What is going to be your number?
A number, man. Nobody cares what you got on out there. Like, they're going to buy your jersey or not.
Make your own number, Mr. Carter. I say go with a small number. Go like with number 5 or 7. Just go something crazy. Just do something crazy.
He won't be so extra. Add some for -1. Shit, I don't know.
00. Put the 00s on.
Put a -111. Shit, you got 3 ones. I don't know.
Number 9, give me Bobby Boucher. Number 9.
Just do 333. And then you went 3rd in the draft. 111, 111. I don't know. But these kids fussing over stupid shit. Get paid. Go out here and train and do what you got to do. Because right now, Shadur's ass is already in Colorado running the hills and working out before training camp. Okay, he ain't playing with these people. He working out day one.
I told y'all, and I was so mad that this dude was gonna come in and he's gonna reg shop. He is shit. He in Cleveland, got the auntie screaming for him. He in there working out. He done got the city dropping out at schools already. This dude is gonna have the whole city on lock before training camp stops.
Visiting schools. He done brought out all the cousins. Okay, in Ohio. He got any cousins out there?
Any cousins?
The new security. We only trust family right now. So, but he out there. So I'm proud of him. I think I just can't wait for the football season. Come on, summer, come and go.
But great draft by the Giants. If Dart works out, this is going to be a great draft. I don't have any doubt that Carter's going to be what Carter is, and Scatterboo is going to be what he's going to be. And we hadn't talked about everybody else, whatever that is going to be. But if Dart works out for them, and he got tough competition, he got to go against Sierra, and then the crab leg dude. They'll
let him start the first 2 games or so just to get him acclimated, and he'll take over. I think Jackson will do okay just because of the naysayers, and depending on who their quarterback coach is, if they can build that kid up, let him sit behind Russell a couple games, even a year if that much, because they're not about to win, they're not about to come out the NFC. I mean, they're not, but I do think Jackson Dart might be okay if he's coached right. He might be in the right position right now. But he just still wasn't better than no damn Shador dummies.
And he is the latest quarterback from Mississippi that they drafted. The last one did them really well, so maybe this will work out for them again.
Good luck to you, Dart. Shit. Ooh, all right, we got to move right on along to the good old Eagles. What did they do?
Excuse me. This is the Philadelphia SEC, because all they draft is Georgia and Alabama players. All they draft Georgia and Alabama defensive players. Right. This is what they did, and so I have no question about what they do. I am never going to question them ever again in my lifetime, because they will draft and they do. Howie Rosen is his name. They do well. Whoever they pick,
they got some great picks on here. And look at the rounds that they had to pick in. I mean, they only had 1 first-round pick, of course. Mm-hmm. And they probably one traded 3 years ago to get that one for this shit. I mean, like literally. But I like the Kyle McCord. I think he'll be a good backup. Because boy had some back problems last year. They need somebody to be able to step in, do what they got to do. They don't have Pickens ain't over there no more. So who's their backup right now?
First, all hail Kenny Pickett. But I'm going to say, I'll leave that alone. I'm going to say that McCord dude, I think that was going to be a steal of a backup quarterback. Because in other words, they were about to draft Shador. That's why Cleveland jumped ahead of them. I heard
about that.
Because it was about, and could you imagine Shador sitting behind dude in that system?
Man, he could have set his whole rookie contract and then went somewhere, and it would have been lethal.
You see what I'm saying? So, and McCord's gonna do the same thing because I thought McCord was a top 4 pick in this draft, as in quarterback wise on the board.
He was. I like him way better than Dart.
So Philly does what Philly does. I think everybody's giving him a B, but like I said, they got the dude from Bama, they got the dude from Texas in the second round. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And of course, they got somebody from Georgia. They always draft somebody from Georgia. So this is what they do. I can't even blame them.
They just waiting on the tush push final. They want to know if they can keep doing it or not. Then they might cut their center.
These your boys. I'm gonna let you talk about your boys now. I'm gonna let you holler at your boy.
Well, it wasn't a lot we had to do, but when we was up there in the top, so we didn't have a lot of picks, but they did what they had to do. They got a tackle out there, which they needed, to help out, my boy out there need Lionel to stay protected on both sides and the middle, everybody, because he runs a lot. They got to protect him. They got a cornerback, Ole Miss, Virginia Tech. I don't really know much about Jalen Lane from the wide receiver, but hope he's a good addition because your boy needs some help back there. What's his name? What's his name? What's the
which one? The wide
receiver? Yeah, I want to say Feast, but it ain't. It ain't Feast. What's his name?
Well, remember they got Debo. You remember they did sign Debo also. Don't forget about that. So now they got the boy.
Late. There wasn't a lot we could do with him, put him in there. But this year they're gonna have some plays for him. It's gonna be a different type of scenario up there. So they did what they had to do, just no more than Philly. I mean, it's not like they had a lot of drafts. I don't even think they drafted in the first round at all. So they did what they had to do. We'll be back. I ain't worried about it right now.
Well, welcome, Tasha. How you doing today? Welcome.
The Commodores. What's up?
But I think Washington did what they did last night. I mean, in the draft, and they did really well. So, as I keep seeing, everybody gave them a B. Is she coming to start some drama with you?
Man, you started some drama. You want to talk about Haley? You better stay on here until we get to Haley. But damn Haley, but she did do her little thing last night. She did good in her 16 minutes that she did play. I think she'll make the team. I think she's gonna be really good. But we'll get to her in a little bit, Tasha. And I don't owe her nothing. I don't apologize. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
You heard that on this show.
I need to put that up there. But you know what? Thank you, Tasha, for joining.
Hey, Tasha.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Who's next?
Who's next?
We finished that whole division of Y. Division of Y we did that.
Yeah, and again, instead of Philly coming in, instead of Philly, y'all already know the Commodores have taken over.
Wow.
To get out the East.
You did know the Commodores broke up, right? You know Lionel went solo eventually, right? Just want you to know that.
Not yet. That took some years. Took some years.
Took some years.
That's all I'm saying. It took some years. So we're gonna head over to the north side. North side. All right.
Chicago. Okay, now Chicago's draft is what they needed. Now you need something around your boy so he can. So when he's dancing back there, about to get himself killed, they can throw to somebody. And this is what they did. They added a tight end, which is the best tight end in the draft, which everybody needs a best friend in the tight end. So he should wrap himself around him, and they should be the best of friends. The second pick in the draft, he got a wide receiver. You can never have too many people who can catch the ball. And Burton is going to be a stud. He is going to be. Now, I hope he don't get disappeared in the boringness of Chicago. Nobody going to watch it.
Listening to your tape.
It's in the boringness of Chicago. But what I'm going to say is, the first two picks, Chicago did pretty well. I think they needs, and of course, under the offseason, all they did was line up offensive linemen to protect your boy.
That's all they needed. They didn't even draft another damn thing. And then with all of these picks, he gonna get his $1 billion contract.
So, they did. And all praises, because I think it's Tasha's on the phone. I'm gonna represent that they did draft the offensive tackle from Michigan. So they got
in the front. He right in the front.
Oh, that's the tight end. They kept on Michigan. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me make sure they did their thing.
They got a Michigan and a Michigan State.
So they see you should be a Chicago fan, Tasha. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna not mess with y'all no more.
Like, no. Come over to the north side.
No side. Come on.
To the north side. But I'm gonna say there have not. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not.
What you gonna say about Detroit? Are they a have or have not?
Detroit is definitely a have. They have them. Okay, they didn't need much anyway, but I think they went in and got all that they actually need. I don't really know much of any of these people that got drafted for them. Unfortunately, I just don't. They drafted so late, and ain't shit left. But
they got a defensive tackle, which they needed because your boy got hurt last year, and so you need somebody to back up in there, and they did get that. Then everything else was off guards, and I see a couple of wide receivers. I don't know if they needed them, but you put more speed on that turf. I ain't gonna ask no questions.
You just put more people on the practice squad or training camp for these people and fight for a spot. And special teams. They messed up a few on the special teams. I do recall a couple of games, but special teams, if you don't get that right,
well, I'm gonna say this.
But all they're gonna make is a special team. That's what I think. Listen,
you put more receivers and they become a spread offense and gonna score quick, which they can, and just throw it across that field. They're gonna need more defense because defense gonna get tired. Because if you score 100 points, you're gonna be you're gonna score quick. That defense gonna be on there. And you have last year, the problem with what happened last year and losing to Washington is that everybody was hurt by the time the season. You had nobody left to play.
You're so right. That was the demise of their season, injuries. So I would stack this shit up too. You know what you're saying? Stack it up.
Stack it up, because you need as much as you possibly can in this situation.
Stack it up.
Congratulations, Detroit. Everybody gave them a B on their draft grades as I'm reading across the internet. They got a B, so.
They can have that B, but they'll be back next year. Don't worry. I'm not worried about that. Shit. Whoo, all right, them Packers. You already know the best. They had the best pick in the draft, period, in my hands. Living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. That boy right there, I'm trying to tell you.
Even if they didn't get the best pick, they got the best dressed dude in the draft. That dude was dressed. He was dressed like he was about to go to Green Bay. He had all gold. He was ready, sitting there,
he did.
And had a big G on his chain. I know it meant for Golden, but it meant for Green Bay at that moment. It all fit right in his plan.
Man, listen, he's about to change. He is an organization changing in a season. I think he can turn them around in this season alone.
And remember, they weren't that far last year. They made the playoffs. They were second in the division. They won 10 or 11 games last year.
And the Lunches need to get an apartment together. They got to be best friends. Like, they need to know what they thinking before they say it.
This is how we do with my best friend.
I promise they need to be tied at damn hip from now to the season start.
And they did draft another wide receiver, the dude from TCU, Savon Williams. So they are loading up on that offense because they're playing in a division where Detroit can score. Minnesota can. Well, last year Minnesota can score. They have a different quarterback, so we don't know what happens. Minnesota can score, and it now looks like Chicago's putting some offense. I don't think anybody in this division, maybe, but Detroit gonna be able to play defense. And I don't know how much defense they're gonna play against anybody, but. And
the tackle they got too, Anthony Bells out of NC State.
Yep. So
that boy was nice.
So and Golden comes with a friend. He brought his defensive edge dude from Texas, so he brought his friend. So them boys ain't gonna never see nothing as cold as Green Bay. Them boys from Texas, they gonna get that one big blast of wind and woo.
It's gonna take some. But family ain't coming to the game in the winter. They're going to get to them September game.
Listen, I'm coming early in the preseason, and we're gonna check you out, honey. But Golden, Terrell, and Williams, Texas and TCU. Nah, y'all ain't gonna know nothing until y'all get that one big blast of Green Bay winners.
The dude from Cincinnati, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm home. Dude said I'm home.
I'm good. Oklahoma State too. I don't know.
It get a little wind in Oklahoma. They may get a little wind. They don't get,
you get a little bit of snow up there. But I tell you what, them Texas boys not gonna fare out well.
You better go out there early and just get used to it. Go stand in somewhere. Go somewhere cold right now. Just stand in the snow for about 4 hours and see what happens to you. And that's what's about to happen in Green Bay.
We gonna see. But the last of this division of the good old North.
North.
The North.
The North.
N-O-F.
Okay. I don't know.
The Vikings, exactly.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on. To the fuck nots. They don't even know who they drafted.
Congratulations, you drafted. So, congratulations, you drafted.
All right, then we're gonna head south. Let's head south.
I love this. I love the South.
Let's go south. Let's go south to the Falcons. The Falcons. They did all right. Ooh.
Now, I'm going to say things about the Falcons that I don't know if they gave up a lot to get these picks. People have said they did give a lot to come back in there, but what they got, dudes from Tennessee, dudes from Georgia, the Falcons are building their defense. They are thinking Penix is going to get that offense running, and he has a lot of talent, wide receivers and tight ends. So all they were drafting basically is that defensive side, and I think they did really well. You got Walker from Georgia. You got Pitts from Tennessee. You got Watts, the defensive back from Notre Dame, which has been doing the thing. You got Bowman from Oklahoma. Now, Bowman is not one of those fast dudes. He's one of the ones who is always around the ball and who will hit you crazy, which is what you need. And then they picked the one offensive tackle from Wisconsin, which is always good because if you're going to get a big country eating offensive tackle, you might as well go to Wisconsin or Nebraska. That's what they do. Corn Fred dudes. You might as well get those big boys because them boys be eating. You know what I'm saying?
What I will say about them is, I know I pick on Penix. I do like Penix. I was going for Penix when he got drafted. I really did like him. They're putting a lot on that boy, because if you went out and did nothing but to surround him, and his season doesn't go out the way it needs to, what they gonna do?
Well, they're putting everything on Penix, and in about a couple of days they're gonna trade Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh because that's what's probably gonna happen anyway. And we're just gonna move over. I mean, I just threw that. You heard me through something out you didn't even think that about. Kirk Cousins got to get out of there, and he'll be in Pittsburgh because they get tired of waiting on other
He don't have to get out of there. Now he doesn't have. They don't have to get rid of him right now. But
they don't have to. But you paying him more money than you paying your starting quarterback and half the quarterbacks in the league.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie. He's on a rookie contract.
No. Yeah, that's your starter. But I'm talking about are you still gonna want a backup quarterback and make it $50 million a year? Nah, bro. We gonna free up that money. We gonna free up that money somewhere. We gonna get off that money.
That's only if y'all take him, because I told y'all waiting on Rodgers. So if y'all take Rodgers, then what the hell Falcons gonna do? They gonna pay him his $50 fucking million.
Yeah, they gonna pay his $50 million. That's exactly what happened.
Sit back there and coach. So
right now,
I don't think they're gonna get rid of him because I don't really truly give 100% to Penix. They're gonna need now. If they give him away and they only keep Penix, their season is over. If this dude does not do what he needs to do, it's over before it starts.
Ferry, you're missing one valuable piece in this whole conversation. When you started, what division is this in?
We're in the South.
Okay, so your competition is New Orleans, who doesn't have a quarterback. Carolina, who's just getting Bryce, just getting in. So the only competition in his own division is Tampa Bay. So again, 7-7, 7-9, 9 can win the division.
But they're not. You can win the division, but they're not the only teams they play. What do you want to be? Which would be 4-12? I don't. That's only 4 games they might win. Literally.
Listen. You gotta play each one of those twice.
Who can they beat with Penix in any other division? Outside of conference, they're not. I mean, I get you got to win your division, but that's not going to get you anywhere. But so far,
I don't say I have.
And the Bucks are going to win this division anyway.
Oh yeah, the Bucks are going to win a division. I'm saying that, but I'm talking about competition wise. That's the only team in the division you got. Everybody else is the same as you or below.
I guess that's how the Cowboys do their division.
That's how the Cowboys do their division. You just nailed it. There we go.
Okay, they're the second worst team. My bad. All right, have not. Well, then I have not. I will not say that. But good luck, Penix. I hope it works out. I just, please, Jesus, I'm rooting for him.
Don't sleep on him.
I ain't gonna sleep on him. But yeah.
This is your favorite draft. I can tell you love this. This is what you love right here. You can't even, and I ain't gonna even argue with you at any point in this draft. I think Carolina knocked this thing out of the park. Absolutely, absolutely.
That Mike Tyson knockout. 1, 2,
Carolina knocked this out. This is where we need Richie, who would be celebrating to be dancing right now in this conversation.
He must be in church. Remember he was in church last Saturday morning. He gonna jump on here at the last second.
Well, like I say, They got one of the best, if not the best,
Yes,
wide receiver in the draft. Well, excuse me. There's a dude in Jacksonville. We don't know what position he played yet, so we can't say. We can't say.
All around player. Yeah, good all around.
So the best pure just wide receiver in the draft. Now the second pick, Nick is going to be a beast because I've loved him at Texas A&M.
Man, Trevor Etienne, are you kidding me right now? And he at home?
Yes.
He at home.
Yes.
He's just right up the street.
His brother played Jacksonville. He played Carolina. So it's a bunch of cats in that family. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of cats in that family.
You got Cam Jackson.
Yeah.
You got Jimmy Horn.
You got Jimmy
Horn. I
always
thought Jimmy was the best wide receiver at Oklahoma.
What you do is you put Jimmy Horn on the outside and just let him go straight up the field. He's just straight up the field. You got Tet who gonna be that other one, and don't forget my boy from South Carolina who's doing commentary for the Kentucky Derby, and he talked like this. Like him from Mullins.
I almost got that picture and brought it, but I didn't.
And I asked for Mullins. So Carolina knocked this draft out the park. They're not that far, and if Bryce is going to continue in the direction he did in the last few games.
Put some weight on. I hope he's eating good right now. Put some weight. Horn now. I will say this. They're going to have to feed Horn. They're going to feed him because he's going to get knocked the hell out. Now, Horn will catch any ball, but he's got to gain some weight to get hit by somebody that coming across that middle. He loves to come across the middle, going downfield. He's going to get popped. And he's really small. That's all I'm saying. I need him to gain a couple pounds. This was an awesome draft. A+.
Listen, he gonna be down there. He gonna be getting that Carolina barbecue. He experienced that in Colorado. I would say go to the chicken coop. Now, anybody in Charlotte who used to remember that chicken coop, boy, that used to be the joint back in the day.
There's a lot of spots he can go get. He can put some meat on his bones down there. Trust.
He gonna get that real Bojangles. Not the fake stuff that we get out of here. He gonna get that real Bojangles chicken and start putting some weight on because he just
need to get the weight trainer. I would say the dietitian that your boy that the Pelicans and the Lakers do, Luka got, and he'll be all right. He need to get their dietitian.
Zion and Luka,
he need to get their dietitian. Yeah, he need to get their dietitian. He need to get theirs. Hire him.
Wow.
And then he'll get his weight he needs.
Then I'm gonna eat everything diet. I see that. I see food. I'm eat food. That's the diet I'm on.
I love seafood. That's my favorite.
It's my favorite. Anytime I see food, I love it. But yes, Carolina did an awesome draft. I love their picks. I'm going to watch them more this season. I was not watching them, but I'm gonna start wearing my Carolina gear. You may not know, years ago when I lived in Charlotte, I worked for the Panthers, and I worked in the apparel section, and I have a lot of stuff. And then after I left them, there was a sports store called Home Team Fans that one of my friends owned, and I was manager of the store. And when it closed down, I have so much Carolina gear. Excuse me. And I say Carolina, I'm talking Panthers. That's the only other Carolina I recognize in the real truth.
He know what's up.
You know what's up, but. Yeah, I'm going to start wearing my Panther gear again from 1995, 96. Now, if it don't fit no more, you better talk about me. But
it ain't going to fit. If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
Oh, God.
And that's even down to your wardrobe.
If it don't fit, you must quit, huh? All right, well, we'll see. I might even pull out my Ray Caruth jersey. Wait a minute, no.
Oh, I'm next. I'm gone. You know what? A true story. I think I met Ray Caruth. No, seriously. I'm no lie. In high school, let me pull off this screen. In high school, I'll never forget. In Charlotte, we would come down, and this was my senior year, I believe, something like that nature. I don't know. We supported this little team club in Charlotte, and there was some guys used to be out there. They played for the Panthers, and I know. In hindsight, that's who it was. I do know that. Me and my friends have talked about it. Outside the club, we standing at I guess he had a Jeep Expedition, whatever, one of them big ones, and trying to holler at us, trying to get us. We stood out there forever talking to them. I remember he had just got there, played for the Panthers, and And then a year later, I'm sitting in the dorm room at UNCG, and the chick down in Winston, then got killed in Charlotte. Down the street from my friend's house. So, on the best side of town of Charlotte, the best Charlotte has to offer, Valentine. Definitely that was crazy, but I did meet that man, and it's kind of scary in hindsight.
If you remember that time, there was a lot of crazy things that were going on in Charlotte. Ray Caruso situation. I can't remember the dude's name. The Carolina. The Charlotte Hornet.
Yeah, the Hornets, they were racing, and then he got
and
killed in the race because they were racing after practice.
And then a couple of weeks later, the running back in Carolina, the wife.
You know what? I was at home at my mama's house on a break. I don't know. I remember sitting in the living room and watching. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. In the middle of the day, he came home from a tryout. I think Tennessee Titans. I think he went to.
Yeah, he was coming home.
Came back. He didn't make it through the screen though. No. Jesus shot him with a shotgun through the screen though. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was rough in Charlotte at those times, and I was living there, and I was working in the sports. I'm sitting there like, oh, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, and a lot of people just said, no, some of the the Hornets players were drug dealers out of Fort Mill. So I'm gonna say, so we lived on that side of town. You already know. One of them have a gap.
And it was so crazy that this was a small town and just trying to get their pro sports going, and this is what we're getting.
Oh, that was because there was too much going on in Charlotte. It's really bad. People don't realize, they don't think Charlotte's the way it is, but you can meet Jesus. You can meet Jesus in Charlotte.
Quick. If you're in the wrong spot, quickly.
You can meet Jesus. But we're gonna move on along. But I had that little Ray Cruz story. God covered me that night. I tell you that. I could have been friends with somebody I did not know that would be. Yeah.
As long as you didn't get pregnant by him, you'd have been safe, because there was other people who you might not have jumped in the car with him that night, but other people jumped in the cars over a period of time with him. So
and that was my former life, because it's my former life. So them days back then.
That's the life before. Hey, how you doing? All right.
That was my former life. But anyway.
All right.
Last but not least, these people. Wait a minute, that's the Saints. My bad. I got ahead of myself. The Saints come marching in.
Okay, first, I like. We're not going to really talk about it because these are have-nots for us. But I like the Banks pick because I like his story, and I like what he did and what he overcame and what he's fighting for. Now that Tyler Troff, I don't know what that pick is.
But who is this dude? He's 29.
Again, that's a friend of yours. You know about those 29-year-olds. But as I said, he's going to be a good quarterback. But really, do you have a 5, 7, 6 years? Because if you bench him now, he's going to be 30. In a couple of years, he's going to be 32. And then after that, he may have 5 years in the league at 37, 38. So I don't know, but maybe he's going to be a star in those 5 years. Maybe 5 years, he brings you 4 Super Bowls. You don't care. Let's get what you get.
Ain't about to do nothing. No. Have not anything else you see on here.
That Neal dude, that running back from Kansas.
Okay.
It's like a dark skinned Scatterable, cuz it's exactly the same thing. I'm telling you right now, keep an eye on that dude. Okay. That is another one.
All right. Well, Saints, y'all needed a lot more than what you did. But teachers on, I'm not a fan, so
did they march out? The Saints go marching out?
They marched out. They marched out, but maybe one day they'll come on back in. And last but not least, this time for real, Bucks.
Not a bad word to say.
Not a bad word to say. Not a bad word. All right, they got Tez Johnson out of Oregon. That's my notable one. Of course, they got Nico, that wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
That bad boy. Other than that,
keep an eye on Morrison. Morrison, that defensive back out of Notre Dame. Okay. But I heard an interview I saw an interview with the general manager of Tampa, and it kind of threw me. And it was like, they don't draft for the best talent; they draft for the person, the type of person that these people are. And every single one of these kids are good kids. You will not see an issue, and that's how they draft. And they end up being very good. So that's what they do, and I love that when I heard that from an organization. Some people draft because they need the talent or whatever it is, and and then there are people who make mistakes and need second or third chances. I don't take that away from them, but then some people draft because this dude's good, and next thing you know this dude's gonna be beating up something or in jail for something or doing something stupid because he was doing this his whole life. That's all he was doing. But you saw the talent, which is all right. But I love what he said. They draft for the person, and each one of these people, if you look them up, very good kids, come good families, do the right things, and have always done the right things in the right way. So go Tampa.
Okay, and they got, like I said, I love the wide receivers. They gave my boy something more to throw to out there. That's all I'm saying. They come tell you the Baker. Does it? I don't know what commercial that is.
Baker.
Wow. You know, I don't know what commercial it is, but y'all know. When you pick somebody up from SMU, I didn't even know somebody came out of SMU. They play Roberts dude. I know Elijah Roberts. Don't you act like that? Like we didn't win the ACC.
That's what I'm about to say. He's an ACC player now. I can't.
Don't play.
No disrespect to the mighty ACC. None.
All right. So we're gonna get to the last portion of the NFC.
Okay.
We done with this draft to be until the season starts. Arizona.
Okay. I like the Will Johnson pick. I like the Jordan Birch pick because he's a former. I'm not gonna do a Gamecock. He left us his senior year. That's all right.
Yeah, he left you.
And didn't do anything. He didn't do anything he couldn't do in South Carolina because he got drafted after 4 Gamecocks.
So, are you mad because he went to get some milk and didn't come back?
Yeah, he went out and get the milk, got some cigarettes, and they ain't never come home. I ain't mad at him. Now that Walter Nolan pick, I'm kind of sketchy about him. I didn't like how he. And it might have been how Mississippi played. Maybe not him, but I didn't like how they were playing last year. But he should be good, and that Denzel Burke should be all right. So, okay, draft, but I'm not going to talk more about him because they have not.
Have nots for me. I have nothing for him. Let's see what Paul talking about. Welcome, Paul. Welcome. I would take better than Saturday morning cartoon back in the day. Appreciate it.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some
days,
wish. Oh, damn it. Yeah, you a Toys R Us kid. They need to bring Jeffrey back. I love me some Jeffrey. Love me some Jeffrey, boy.
I was a WBTV kid. Was you a WBTV kid?
Yeah.
Charlotte?
Got to, mighty.
No. Everything.
We couldn't get that station down there in Georgetown. It didn't come all the way down there. So we
okay. When
the pliers.
Even if you got the wire on it, you put the clothes hanger.
Could stand there on Saturday morning holding it. Like, stay right there, darts. Oh, God.
All day. My show almost over. Don't you move?
Don't you move. Stay right there. Mama, my arm hurting. So?
All right. Knox Landing. Down the longest out wherever.
Oh, God.
You know what? Anyway, Will Johnson and Harris Jr. are the future.
Oh, yeah.
They are have-nots. We've already deemed them have-nots.
Paul, they may be the future, but nobody gonna be watching it. So the future gonna go uncovered until they do something. So I understand the concept, but until
they still got a little baseball player back there. I don't know what till he figure out something. They might as well just draft the quarterback and let him go.
Leave Mighty Mouse alone. He is going to be he needed some receivers.
Baseball.
Leave him alone. He can go back in 4 or 5 years.
He can, and then maybe he can break. Well, no, I was going to say he can break Deion record, but he'll never play in a Super Bowl. So okay, never mind.
Wow, did you just hear that? I'm gonna walk that off.
Marvin Harris Jr. made a post with him and Will Johnson and Collins and said they're ready to cook. Cook what? Go.
What you cook in Arizona? Tell me a meal you eat in Arizona. What you cook in Arizona?
It's your whip just like a stir fry. Twist it like a stir fry. Okay. All right. Well, they're gonna get in there cook. We're gonna see if they cooking, Marvin.
Oh, she setting us up. Tasha setting us up.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared to cook in there, so I'm scared. Shout out to Jeffrey.
See, he's a Toys R Us kid. Everybody love Jeffrey, boy. Jeffrey the giraffe.
Toys R Us kid.
Okay.
I have to watch because my Niners are in the same conference.
She
they still a team. Yeah, I had a yard sale. Foreclosure side in the yard at the stadium.
Stop. You going to give me the bad second? You know I want to joke. I ain't fooling with that right now. I'll wait till we get that time.
Yeah, I love Amigo.
Ain't nobody watching.
Arizona is
ain't nobody watching. Their mom ain't even watching. You know, ain't nobody watching Arizona right now. That's all I got to say about that. But we're gonna talk about that later. Let's move on. Who's next?
Yeah, y'all got us on these have-nots way too long.
Yes, we spent too much time on teams that ain't gonna do that.
Fire. Who up next? Arizona. Let's get them have-nots out of here. Them Rams. And Rams, what they do? The Rams stacked up over there. Yeah, I think they had a pretty good draft. I think they had a pretty good.
They did.
Good
I like Terrence Ferguson. I like that they added a tight end because you know they sling the ball. I love Hunter out of Auburn is going to be a hard runner, and I like what he does. The Chris Paul Jr. inside linebacker. You know, I love that Chris Paul Jr. I mean, I can't really argue with their pick because they got needs. They did line up on the defensive line and on the linebackers because they score, and when they score, they need bodies on the field on defense because people get tired. So I'm just saying, good draft.
Pretty rough out there. It's a good draft, but it ain't gonna get them where they need to out there.
What do they need? What do they need? They can win the division.
Well, let's see. Hold up.
Listen, I ain't gonna argue with a team who got a 78-year-old quarterback because that's what we try to get in Pittsburgh.
You're right. I had to go back and look. I will retract myself. Okay, shots fired. Bring on the Titans. Damn it! Look here.
We did.
We remember the Titans Tuesday.
You got to go check how wonderful words that we talked about. We
remember the Titans. And then y'all did nothing. Right? If you want us to go back, they were a have-nots. We skipped right on through them.
Wow.
I can't even. Do you remember who they drafted?
You wasn't supposed to tell him that. You was supposed to let him go back and see the beautiful words we played on there and how great their draft was.
He's my friend. He helped me out with this whole podcast situation, so I didn't want to waste his time.
But I do.
Don't waste my time.
I do have a question, Paul and Tasha. We want you got to have a vote. There's 2 Carolina T-shirts on here, and we want to know which one you're choosing. Are you choosing that one, or are you choosing this one? But you got to choose one or two. There we go. That's all we're gonna say about that.
Y'all already know.
So let's move on.
Damn, we didn't even make the weekend show. Hell no. We started with the AFC first. We did good to have Cowgirls on here today. Now you missed that at the top of the hour, and I refused. Y'all did nothing.
I refuse to let it go. I can beg and plead for the Cowboys. Oh, sorry.
My bad. Yeah, let me just keep on going. Tasha and Paul, ain't nobody fooling with you.
All right. What's next?
Welcome to the bank.
I'm going to say one thing before we start talking about them because I really want to call them a have-not.
Go ahead and call them out.
Fair. I got one question. How many damn draft picks do you have? Look how many.
They have so many because they had a yard sale. Now you know they had a whole yard sale, 50% off a whole yard sale. They have nothing. They only had 12 people left on the team after the free agency, the yard sale. People quit.
Now, as we're speaking, I'm looking over the internet, and everybody's giving San Francisco a grade of at least D. And this is supposed to be a great draft.
E. Supposed to be an E.
Probably an E.
Now, it's a new. No, you know what? It's a U. It's factory. With their elementary grades, they got to pay them a U.
Just because you pick somebody from Georgia, you think that's supposed to be a draft? Because you pick one dude from Georgia, it's supposed to be a draft. You get a Georgia dude, a Texas dude, a Mississippi dude, and he's supposed to be a draft. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking over the name. I don't even recognize the name. Okay, the Williams from Georgia and Collins from Texas. I give them those. Who are the rest of these people? Nobody can name the rest of these people without looking them up.
Paul just said live. This was a solid draft.
Oh, they're ready for us to get in the WNBA. You see, he asked about he owed Brick Barbie an apology. She's sinking 20-foot jumpers. Anybody can hit a 20-foot jumper in the preseason when nobody's around you.
Paul, I'm not about this with you. I just posted the link. If you want to come on here and defend your damn self, because I'm going to skip right over that stupid ass comment you just made. She owed Brick Barbie an apology too. Out thinking 20-foot jumper. You know what, Paul? We almost there. I will get the Brick Barbie, and no, she ain't getting no apology either.
Listen, what is wrong with them two? Them two trying to defend everybody from Chicago versus Van Grandma, and now they talking about Brick Barbie.
Wait, did you say Van Grandma? Van Grandma and Brick Barbie. Yeah, man. But if y'all want to jump on and defend yourself, please go right ahead. Anybody else want to jump on and knock yourself out? We don't have no problem. We ain't scared of nobody. But
nope. And we ain't talking no more about San Francisco either.
No, the Bay, I ain't got nothing for y'all. Y'all yard sale. We'll see how y'all work out this year. So that part. Yeah, keep on laughing, man. Keep on laughing. But we're going to keep on moving. Now that we got that out the way, the bag. We're done with the bag. All right, get your little stuff down. Let me get all this down. His little raggedy comments. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check the extra point out. Paul Coulter, T. Sizzle. I should over on the extra point. They coming at 9 a.m. before us on Saturday mornings. Check them out. I'm trying to get us on the screen. There we go. Oh, he talking about I started a movement with the Brick Barbie though. Best nickname. What? I might get beat up if she figure out I did it.
we gonna get some Our Take Brick Barbie t-shirts. We gonna have a brick on the back of it.
I'll beat her up.
Oh gosh. Oh, you're killing me.
I promise y'all beat her up. But look here. What we on next?
WNBA preseason.
Yeah, Paul wanted it. Here you go.
You want to? Here we go.
Oh, shoot. You know what? We missed somebody. Hold on. We got to go back.
You missed Seattle.
Go back. We missed Seattle. Yeah. Paul, see how y'all doing?
I was sitting there quiet like you wasn't going to talk about it. I thought you put him in a have-not conversation. I was going to let it walk.
They ain't have-not yet. There we go. Seattle Seahawks. They're not my have-nots, but they just what we going to do with y'all? So, that's what we have. What we going to do with y'all? Well, yes, Paige. Yes, she did her thing, but we getting her in a second. Seahawks, I'm sorry for the disrespect any fans out there, but y'all had a lot of people because you suck. Yeah, Milrose, that's about it. And he's going to be a Milrose. They drafted him, and he's going to be a tight end or running back.
You're missing two of the greatest things in the history of the draft. They got the tight end who's about 75 years old from Miami, Elijah. He's about 75 years old. You missing? He older than half the league because he's been in college football for 9 years, sir, madam, everybody. 9 years. You missed it. You gonna let that walk because you want to talk about Miro gonna be whatever. And then the best pick in the draft is what? You understand? You thought you were gonna let it slip.
Nick, I just knew I was gonna make it through today.
Nick Imaniori from South Carolina. And did you see when he got drafted? Did you see who his little girlfriend is? His little girlfriend, Raven Johnson, to play basketball for South Carolina. You know, that's a little girlfriend. Is all in the videos, all in the draft day. But she knew her place. She sat on the other side of her daddy, like mama, him, daddy. He sat over there. She ain't trying to be all up on his lap. I love that.
No, she's trying to get that ring next year.
Yeah, trying to get that ring for real. But yeah, overall, Seattle, great draft for what they needed. They got the safety. They got the backup, the quarterback of the future, because we don't know who the quarterback of the present is right now.
And the show named Jalen Milroe. He just had to come on. He had to get that bag because that girl pregnant.
Listen, somebody got to pay for that. And he got the running back out of Miami. So I'm going to leave them alone and do your thing while you do your thing, as they said. So congratulations, Seattle. Good draft.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right.
Do your thing. All right, Paul. Here she is. There's your Beckles Paige last night. Preseason.
Oh goodness.
Hey, I don't know who you was inside of.
I was watching the game. She shot some little threes, but they lost by 30. Oh, my fault.
So, if you don't know, Paul equivalates Las Vegas Aces the same as South Carolina Gamecocks. So there is no other team in the W, like there is no other team in the NBA in the college basketball. So that is his school of choice. Quarterback of the future is quite optimistic. But by who? No.
I'll say Nero will be the quarterback in the future. If they give them boy 2 or 3 years that he can sit back and not do anything and learn. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't like the dude overall, but as a quarterback, he can learn. If you get to sit a couple years, you can learn. That's all you need to do. Ask your boy Action Jackson in Baltimore. Just sit and learn. That's all you need to do.
Richie just hit me up. He was asking me how the show goes, and he just got out of church.
Well, tell them we prayed over the draft and it's all good.
I tell them we still on. Come on
but I'm gonna say I watched a little bit. I watched a lot of this game and I loved Paige. She still looks a little. She looks a little thin for the WNBA right now. She need to put on some weight. You know, college is one thing.
I mean, she just finished college 2 months ago. I mean,
so she should be in player shape, eating, just keep going. But yeah, I love. I'm gonna like watching the Wings play. I love the girl from Zaya from North Carolina State played a little bit last night.
Oh God, yeah.
She did her thing in a few minutes. So Dallas is gonna be good, but I'm sorry, I couldn't keep my eyes off Vegas because Vegas was just killing them. And then their second round draft pick out of Alabama, that girl who's the shooter, she was pulling it from half court. I'm like, if they get a shooter to go with Lloyd and Wilson and I'm loving that. I'm ready for this.
I promise you, Wilson in the Vegas, they about to win another championship. I already see it. But it's preseason, so we got a long way to go. And Becca, she did good. You can tell her game equivalates. It came right over. She dropped it to the basket right over over Asia, swinging in the air. She did. She dropped some threes. She had an open three. She shot a three in somebody's face. So she did really well. I just think her mojo, she got to bring it back. I know she wanted to let go of the braids, but she's going to bring that back because I think that's what keeps her going. So we're going to see how long that lasts without the braids.
I want to know how long she's going to be trying to sit there and I'm going to be second fiddle to Enrique. I want to see how long because that can't.
Don't be second fiddle. Ain't no other. You can't. She can't replace Enrique. Are you kidding me? She's not. That is Enrique team. They wanted to be hurt.
How long are you going to be there and be second fiddle? Because what you're doing, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know she's a team player, but even last night she was holding back because she didn't want to make. She want to make sure such do such. When you gonna have to let that go? That's the equivalent of. That's the equivalent of a Magic and Kareem. We know that's Kareem's team, but Magic coming in and like, listen, this is what we need to do. And once Kareem figured that out, they want to start to win championships. And I think that's what's going to have to happen in Dallas too. We're going to have to figure it out.
And there's no jealousy there. Enrique was the happiest person ever to get her here. She was waiting on her to come. So I know there's no beef there at all. But just to go back to Paul's point real quick, I know you didn't compare Miro to a 2-time MVP. That's for you.
Tell Paul, when Jackson started, he was not an MVP. So let's just forget it. He didn't get on the field and say, oh, I'm a 2-time MVP after he got drafted out of Louisville, number 31. He didn't. He sat a couple of years, learned, then played, and became an MVP. So yes, I'm going to compare him from where they started. Now, in a few years, if it doesn't happen, then there's no comparison. But right now, I can't compare when we talking what we started doing. And yes, one won a Heisman and the other one didn't. But nobody thought this dude was going to do anything in the NFL because nobody wanted to draft him. That's why he fell all the way to 31, 32. That's exactly what happened. Kind of Shedeur. Nobody expected him to do that. And all of a sudden, what Shedeur going to do? He going to start in Cleveland and win 5 games. That's all. I mean, go Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Sorry. I had a moment.
Damn.
had a moment.
Let you have it. I stayed out there. Sometimes you just stay out of that drama. You got to stay out of it, and that's what I'm going to do. Stay out of it. He said, did Asia give Paige a hard foul? She be hating a little bit.
No, I don't think I remember seeing any hard fouls last night.
It won't take up for Asia.
No, I mean, did you see one? I didn't. So if you saw it, I might have missed it. I ain't like I was sitting there focusing on all that. So if she did, I'm sorry. I mean, it happens.
If Paige had a hard foul Asia, he would have saw it.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because Asia would have saw it. I wouldn't have to take up for that. Asia would have saw that. Be like, all right, player.
He would have saw it. I don't know. We're gonna see how Asia do with this, because I don't think she's a jealous person. She don't care about the fame and all that. Being the poster child, she is that shit. So she ain't got nothing to prove. Paige needs to be the Robin for a couple seasons. No, a couple weeks. You gonna say a couple seasons? Wait, a couple weeks.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, if Enrique started doing them crazy shots like she's been doing the last 5 years because she knew she was the only person that could score on that team and she would shoot from anything, there's gonna be a beef going on. Be like, no, we
but she doesn't have to do that anymore. She doesn't have to do that anymore. So Enrique knows that.
That's what we're hoping. If Enrique understands that, then Paige can be the Robin because we know Paige going to dish it to her to do it. But if she's going to come down, grab it, and not just pull up like she was doing for the last few years because I'm going to score 30 for us to win, that's not going to work. So
and Enrique's not the youngest chick out there. I mean,
nope.
she's going. It's her day coming. You know, in a few years, this will be Paige's team at some point if Dallas ain't stupid and trade her. Great analogy, T-Dub. 5 games.
5 games.
Oh, he must have just noticed your name on your thing. I don't see it anymore. I think it's the picture I got up. I still don't see it.
Good.
We'll see it in a minute. But great preseason game for Paige Beckers. I'm ready for the next one. Can't wait to see it. It was only 2 games on last night. The other one was yours truly, the Brick Barbie of the W. Brick Barbie did her thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. I think she did 15 and 10. I think she had 15 and 10, I believe. So she came out with a double preseason. Where you clap at? You ain't got no clap for? Woohoo! Yay, Paul.
I don't watch Chicago to see Brick Barbie play. I watch to see my girl Cardoso play. And Cardoso was a beast. So
yeah, they can't do nothing with her. She done went over and got her a little bit of international experience. Come back, reverse layup and on using the rim now and shit before she hit the bottom of the rim, ball bouncing. She's improved, definitely. I knew she would in her offseason.
Yep. So I'm gonna look forward to watching Chicago games. I want to see Haley Van Grandma and Brick Barbie get on the court together, and that'd be great. That's gonna be awesome right now. But listen, go. They played Brazil, and Brazil was playing without their best player because the best player was playing for Chicago because Cardoso's on the Brazil national team. So good game.
I'm done.
Samson and Elijah wrong with weave. Yes,
you can have the rest of the show. Oh, she is up.
You won. You won. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
You won.
But no, Brick Barbie did a thing last night. Van Lith, she did do her thing. She came in having 16 minutes. She might have scored 10, and she had some hard buckets. She was taking them to the rack. So this is gonna be a really good season for Sky. All I want is for Sky to beat that damn Indiana. That's all I'm hoping for. I wish we would get some more teams quicker, so we ain't got to play Brazil and other teams because we don't have enough people to play each other preseason situation.
First, you ain't gonna be talking about that Indiana squad. I'm just not going to. I am not a Clark fan, but you understand.
I understand. I'm her fan too. I am a fan of your girl. I'm Boston. I love Boston. You're 3 signing in.
And they drafted somebody from South Carolina too. You know they got we don't be talking about.
But they got really one of the best players in NBA. I'm just not understanding what's going on because she talked trash about Caitlin and you know what I'm talking about. What's her name? The light skinned chick.
Kennedy Carter.
Kennedy Carter, man. They blackballed her. She
can't get a job in the league, and this girl can score. This girl can play. I'm not going to question Kennedy Carter. You know, there may have been issues when she was younger and still issues, whatever, but that's not an issue in the NBA. That just means you're a player who talk junk, and she can do her thing. So I feel bad for her.
And she backs it up. So I just don't understand, but they kicked her out basically.
But she's making her money. She's over in Europe or Mexico or Japan or wherever she is. As long as she don't take no weed over there and go to jail in Russia, you're fine. I mean, just don't.
Speaking of that, before we move on away from that, I'm glad you said that. Speaking of weed, not that it has anything to do with weed. But
wow, my fault. Wow, I didn't mean to bring that one.
Your girl, the one that went over to Russia and did her thing. She's in some trouble right now. Some stuff I can't remember. What did she do? Betting on games. And they're investigating that.
Which girl is this?
Oh, what's her name?
Brittany
Griner, yeah, betting on games. Yes, she's been investigated, and it's bad. It's looking really bad. She might want to retire before the season start.
Is she betting on WNBA games, or she was betting on?
Yes, it's bad. It's really, really bad. So look it up. They kind of keep it on the low, but I've seen it. They've been talking about it. If she retires before the WNBA season start, don't be shocked. They're about to trash her again. She was betting on her own games. Yeah.
Was she performing? I mean, was she betting? Did she go off and score? Or was it games that she didn't do nothing and wanted to lose? I mean, either way, Pete Rose So that's all we got to say about
That's
that.
exactly who they're comparing it to.
Oh,
it was that bad. So look it up and find, vet that out for me. But I do know that she's up shit creek. Well, really, she was one of the best players for Chicago last year. Yeah,
Carter,
it's done.
Yeah,
I think something about her going to Mexico or something. I seen something to this morning, but she's not going to be in the W. You won't see her. And she was player of the year in that league she played in overseas in China this year. This summer or whatever.
Listen, she wasn't even an unrivaled. They don't even let her in any of the leagues. She wasn't in none of the leagues. So bad reputation. I feel stopping a woman from making her money, stopping anybody from making their money because you don't like that.
Well, it sounds like they've given her chance after chance, and she hasn't taken advantage of it. So sometimes it's not about your ability, as we've seen with Shador. It's about everything else.
About everything else.
So that's all. I can get y'all to score. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They won. Off to the races. Amor, I'm so hurt on this one. She has torn her ACL in practice, for God's sake. We will not get to see her. And they played today.
Listen, I'm hurting because I'm crushing on her accent and her voice. I love to hear her talk. And now that she out all season, they ain't gonna interview her. She ain't gonna be talking to nobody. I ain't gonna hear her talk. But maybe now this is time to rehab, get to DC, get a little stronger. Or during your rehab, come back next season and become a monster. Because I think she is what Van Grandma should be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who they gonna add to their roster to replace her this year? What I want to know.
What you do is you wait. You wait till
they're gonna take her spot. I mean, she's got us, but she's not playing this year, so they gotta fill this guard spot with somebody.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when people start cutting people. When people start cutting, then you can pick up somebody who's not making another team, and you go ahedd and fill that position for that year.
That's a lot to fill. Amor ain't no damn joke. So if you didn't know, you won't know this season. Wait the next.
Paul, let me answer the question for you, Paul. Because the girl, 112 years old, went to 14 different schools, played in 15 different divisions, and was 12 years older than everybody on her squad last year at TCU, except the Prince girl, who was herself somebody great uncle. So I can't.
and an abuser.
An abuser. So that's why I call her Van Grandma, because she older than that. She was older than everybody else. She's in college for 22 years. That's why.
She almost in menopause.
Listen, she got a solid 4 or 5 years. And then in that 4 or 5 years, she can play ball, got to have kids. She got to get all that done before menopause hit. I mean, I'm saying, why do you think she was on Sports Illustrated? Why do you think she's trying to show everything now so she can have a picture of what she gonna look like in 3 years?
Her body what she look like she old. In Sports Illustrated.
So I'm just saying, Paul, check out the Sports Illustrated. She had to get a picture of what she thinks, remember what she used to look like. And that's still at 30. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like her. I ain't gonna mess with her.
Well, what I will say is, I'll move on. But last week, Tuesday, I fucked up. Tuesday, I messed up. It happens. Clock wrong twice a day. Y'all got the names on lock. Everybody need a name. I can't never remember your real name. I'm getting old. I'm an auntie. You know what I'm saying now. So, hey, baby, when I don't know you, say sweetie. I gotta give everybody a name because I don't gonna remember what your mama gave you. So, just is what it is. But
none of that.
I stand corrected. Tuesday, I gave y'all a picture of somebody that y'all was like, "Who the hell is that?"
Who the hell? Okay.
This statue. We got a correction.
Thank you very much. I was like, that ain't what I looked at. That ain't what she see.
I had some little woman from Guam holding a basketball. I don't know that.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
She said it looked like. I think we got the right one, baby.
We got the right one done. Big Don, and statue.
Van Grandmama. Yeah, you know what she could do. You remember the dude from the Hornets?
Yes. Grandma. Yes. Larry Johnson was Grandmama.
Johnson's Grandmama.
She could be Van Grandmama.
Van Lift Grandma.
You know what I'm saying?
NIL deal for.
I done hooked her. Get up with Reebok. Who had that? Or was it Reebok or Converse? Whoever had that thing, you can start making your money.
NIL deals until they start to pay their damn players. They need NIL.
Keep them NIL deals alone. Okay, but yes, this is the statue. This is again. It wasn't about the statue for me. It was the darn speech when she made went back at your boy from Connecticut. I love that.
I ain't heard none of it. What you say?
Okay, several months ago after they won the national, months ago when Connecticut won the national championship, he made a comment about having all his players in the room and all this comment. So his comment was, unlike other schools who build a statue when they win their first national championship, here at Connecticut, you can have 3 or 4 rings and still be sitting in the back of the bus. We don't do that at Connecticut. Is what his comment.
I remember that he threw some jabs at her. I remember he was upset about that.
So she said in her speech, she said, unlike my counterparts in college basketball, we did not build a statue for A'ja Wilson because we won a national championship. We did build a statue for all the things she went through in which she helped build this program to be. Is what she said, and then she went on. So she addressed it. Okay. So, and low key didn't call no name, just kind of went on about whatever it is. She said, "Well, it's life size, not little Iverson green arms."
That's what I was telling my face. And I was like, "Oh, not the green arm." My brother had all them little. He came in a bag.
With the little blasting green part of the bottom to hold you.
The way you shoot them is you pluck them off the porch.
But yes, great statue. I remember her in that outfit wearing a hat. It didn't say champion, but I love this, and I love that they built the statue for her. But now I'm hoping there's no more statues. I'm like, wait, who else we need to build one for?
Well, what I will say is, what I felt more impressive about the statue is how they got her Gucci all on imprinted in the damn statue.
See that? Did you see
that? It's gonna be 200 years from now. They're gonna be like, what designer was that again?
That is Gucci gonna start putting this statue on their advertising movie for it. They're gonna be like, this is what we do.
Gucci stitched in
everywhere.
The thing. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they had to show her fashionista side of it, but kudos to her. 3 national championships, 7 Final Fours, 9 tournament champions, 7 with 30+ wins. That's ridiculous. 7.
You know you're going to get one because that came across. You knew that was coming.
I know. I'll let you have it. He can't stand Gino either. Y'all hating on the mafia. Leave Gino. Y'all know he's a mafia up there. Keep playing games.
Listen, I ain't got no problem with Gino. Just shut your mouth. Keep your mouth closed. I ain't talking about you. What you talking about me?
He just like Belichick. Them New England folk up that way. They got all them rings. You can't say nothing. They can back it up.
Belichick ain't seen nothing. That's why that 24-year-old girlfriend got all them jobs and saying all that stuff. He ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Belichick can't see nothing. That little girl checks him.
Belichick is doing better than all y'all. You understand? Y'all need to get y'all a Belichick.
Nope. Not in this house. I get my bell checked. You right? You exactly right. You get my bell checked. I ain't fooling with you.
Oh my God, you stupid. But I do want to give a shout out real quick to one of my friends' daughter. Gotta shout her out. She is I think she's a sophomore at Poteet High School. Her name is Shakenzie Beeman. She is the new Texas 5A state champion in the high jump. She jumped 5'8". She almost hit 5'9", and she ain't even 5. I think she might be 5'8" or 5'7". She's not that tall. This girl is amazing. I did want to let me get my picture up. I want to make sure that I shout her out. Shakenzie, congratulations. I do remember when she was just a little toddler, calling her mama, getting on her damn nerve at work while we trying to work. I gotta go pick up Shakenzie, and now they're all growing up. I can't wait to see this child. She's probably gonna be an Olympian at some point. But I had to give her a shout out. Texas 5A state champion.
Well, I'm gonna say congratulations, but I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is the K for?
You gotta ask Shanice. Shanice, well, you know what it is? I'm a defend my own girl. Shanice, her name is with a K as well. So I think it's silent. Her name is Shanice, her mother name is Shanice, and it's with a K. So it's silent.
If it's silent, why is it even there?
Well, we can say that about a lot of words in the damn English language.
I agree.
With.
You know what? I'm going to put a P in front of Torrance, and this is going to be Torrance. I'll put a P right in front of Torrance.
P Torrance. That's what I'm.
Put Torrance. I don't care. I'm just going to put a P in. On
but
the
no,
real,
the K is solid. The K is solid.
Listen, I get it. I get it. And it ain't about that. It's about her, and congratulations. And I make fun, and I don't know them, and I hope they don't ever get offended. I think it's cute.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So, congratulations, young lady. Do your thing. Nothing but pride.
Yes, and she's the only kid at that school that went. And when I told you that the whole school sent her off with a bang, the entire school, the band, it was pretty awesome what they do in Texas with these kids in school and athletics. So, but shout out, congratulations, 5A state champion. I see 2 more state championships coming down her lane because she got 2 more years to do it. So
go ahead.
I'll let you, girl. Poteet, I go state championship. That'll do it. All right.
I just don't know where the kid come from. I just don't know where the kid come from. When you said her name, I was like, her name is Kashinzi, but no, the K and the C make the same sound. So I was trying to figure out what.
And I'm saying her name properly. I've known this kid all her life, damn near. Okay. So yes, I wanted to give her a shout, but Shakenzie beaming. So, this Wichita. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when we ain't from Texas. It's Wichita Falls out here. That's where that family located, family. So that's how they do it out here in Texas.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Now we're going to move on over. Try to run through these real quick. It ain't going to take us long. Thank y'all for hanging in there with us. NBA playoffs, East. The East is in the house. Oh my God.
All right. Let's talk about the East. My accent kick in. Let's talk about the East. Well, we were sitting here live that night and watched this game on our last Tuesday, and congratulations to the Pacers. And oh boy, I mean, you got everything. You got a dunk to take it to overtime. You got to come back within 7 points in the last 40 seconds. You got a layup to win it with 3 seconds. You got somebody daddy all up in your face want to fight you. You're hugging out one player on the team, and then he wanted to fight you because he didn't want to hear you whispering in his ear about something. Man, it was everything. And we talked junk about not watching this series, and this is apparently was the one we supposed to watch.
Trash. And we was even told during the podcast too to turn the game on.
We didn't watch this third game.
No, we ain't watching the game. Richie said, y'all better turn it on. Ain't nobody watching that boy. I miss it. What I tell him, I said, just keep me posted. And then he did.
The next thing we saw, I'm like, it's overtime. You know it's happening. Oh my God, they fighting. It became greatness.
So, we lost at least 10 minutes on our show with all of our heads like that.
Oh my God. So, but congratulations, Indiana. They are waiting. Well, no, they're not waiting any longer. They will be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And the road stops there. But for now, congratulations. They made it to the semifinal.
The road stops there.
The road stops there. Papa Halliburton is the ish. Yes, he is. And which takes me to my next picture. You understand? If your daddy don't do this, I don't want him.
True.
I don't want my daddy would have rolled up like this, rest in peace. It got dog it. You know what I mean? If your daddy won't do this, then you don't need him.
Then he might not be your daddy. If he ain't do this, he may not actually be your daddy because you got all that athletic ability. You out there putting that heart out there, and he's standing there and it ain't defending you. Dude, he may not be your daddy.
Stands a clear 2 feet above him, and he neck stretch. You can see his Adam's apple. His neck stretch so far trying to meet his forehead.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
No, we can't apologize to T. Morant because he's sitting there allowing other things to happen. We never heard Halliburton get in any type of trouble. This dude was defending himself on the court because his son is a good kid. You can't defend the dude who he carried the gun because the dude got his own gun. Why are you defending somebody who got a gun? He can protect himself. Why?
It's about then apologize to T. Morant. Then no, thank you.
No. You gotta apologize. When the last time you defended your son? Or you just you held the gun for him? What you do? I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. These South Carolina boys.
He came out there with a flag. He didn't come out there with a gun.
No, he got a picture of his son.
He got a towel or something. I don't know.
With a picture of his son on it. What you gonna do?
But you know what? What I will do is I do respect a little bit, Giannis, because Giannis walked on off. He let it be. He let it be. Like, I ain't gonna disrespect this man Pops because it could go left here. It could go real left. So I do give him a little bit of that. This is 10 times worse than T rooting for his son. Look, no, it's not. T. We know he's a little pistol whip. He's a little gangbanger. His daddy is. He trying to class him up when he probably the street drug dealer in a community. Okay. That's all. He got him some new clothes. His daddy look like he about that life. And Ja would want to be just like him. I'm sorry, that's just my take of it. But this daddy just came out the blue. He ain't been causing trouble left and right. He got all excited the other night. That's all. He got in his feelings and wanted to do something to defend his son. But it is what it is. But he is definitely no kind of John Morant type situation.
This dude celebrated his son. This dude celebrated his son. He got a little overzealous in how he do it. And I agree with you. It could have gotten ugly. But what Giannis did, not only talked to him one time, they went back and talked again. And as you saw, Giannis walked off, patted his head. Bro, love you, and walked off and was good with it. Other people was getting their face in that moment when you're angry that your team just lost and your season's over. You could have got jabbed in the face.
Elbow. You understand me?
What you gonna do? Suspend me for next season? I'm already the season over. What you gonna do?
I won't even be playing here.
So I'm saying. But what I'm gonna say is yes. Now I don't know if I would ban them if they did good. That's fine.
They did.
What I would put him in seats further up that he can't get to the court. Let him see his son play, but put him in the Indiana booth. I'll put him up there further up in the arena so he cannot sit down there.
So what's going on with all the people rushing the court? I think it started out with Flange's brother. And once he hit the court on the women's game, everybody said, well, shit, if he can do it in the women's Final Four, I'm jumping on this damn court to take my son. I don't know. It's a trend happening.
First, it was the same thing because Cardoso stood over that dude, and that dude realized that damn girl's 6'8". I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. Same situation. Yeah, it's getting crazy. Like, listen, I know you paid your money, and in this situation you didn't. But I know most parents pay their money, and you believe that they owe you something. But these players don't owe you nothing. What they owe you is what happens on the court because that's what you paid for. Anything else you shouldn't be doing. Just because I go to McDonald's and order me a Big Mac, I'm not entitled to go get the fries out the back but there itself because I'm here ordering a Big Mac. That's not what it is for. Listen, stay in your seat, celebrate your son in your spot, hug your son if your son comes up to you, and that's what you do. Move on.
What you do? Stephen A. Smith said the players and agents have complained to the league about him for over a year. Ooh, so he been over there running. I didn't know that, Paul. I didn't know that.
I've seen him in games. His wife. I don't know if that's Mama, and Halliburton's girlfriend. There's a lot of color schemes going on in that seat. So you got to make sure that's who these people are.
Shades of gray.
You know what I'm saying? There's a little color scheme. So I don't want for that to happen. But what I'm saying is, I've seen him plenty of times sitting there, but most of the time he's celebrating his son and waiting for his son to come over there holding the towel, or the mother, if that's who that is holding him back with the girlfriend right there. I've seen it, but I don't know how bad it was. My fault, Paul, with the color schemes. My fault. Sorry.
Like he said, beat his ass. Beat him. You don't have to beat me. Oh my God. But no, his old ass need to stay off the court. But I didn't know that he has a trend and they've been letting it go by. But why ban him the season over? You banning him for next year? Like, I think some rules of this. He banned for a year. Or like he can go to the other arenas and watch him play next year.
I guess he can't go to the next, as you say, since it's over. He can't go to the next round and watch his son play in the arena in the next round since it's after
his
that.
His son can't go and watch himself play next.
After the next round, everybody gonna be sitting at home, so it don't make
everybody home.
Okay.
So, yeah, T does love the analogies, color schemes. I'm just saying, shades of gray.
I don't have no question. I see color schemes. I want to make sure that's who that is. I don't want to put nobody on TV.
Right? Because sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know. But bye to them. Holla at y'all. But before I move on, Giannis, I'll get to that in a few. We'll get to that in a few. Giannis need to get the hell on. Let's say that.
Get out of Milwaukee. Get out.
The hell out. Ain't nothing left for you to do. You've done everything. Nobody's gonna fight you for leaving. Nobody's gonna hate you for leaving. And that's just that. He really has. He's done everything he needed to do out there. He did everything. But y'all are crazy. I know I am, but it's all right.
I ain't gonna talk breath of this. We talked about this. Congratulations. Move on to the next round. See you against Indiana. And
that's how you gonna do my team.
And it's a good matchup. There's no Gamecocks in that team. And it's a very good matchup. Honestly, I'm ready to see that kind of the Indiana versus Cleveland. I will watch that series.
It's a very good matchup. No, it's not. They're gonna get blown out. Y'all, you asked the other day, is the Heat just that bad?
Yes.
Well, maybe you're gonna have to ask if Pacers are that bad.
Beat Indiana by 60.
Again.
Beat Indiana by 30.
They will. They're gonna beat them by 30. One of them games are gonna be by 30. Keep Cavs in 5. There it is.
I don't have an analogy for the Cavs. Wait a minute. I don't know what rhymes with Cavs.
Don't quit your day job. Don't quit it.
I don't know what rhymes with Cavs.
No, no. Cavs.
Okay. I want some salve to put on my mouth. I don't know what rhymes with Cavs.
Not quite sure. But these boys over here that y'all think are going to beat my Cleveland once they get to them, they got to get past New York first. We're going to see how that work out for them. But Eastern Conference semifinals. Congratulations to them. I'll let y'all. I can't wait how bad this is. If these two games don't get over today in the month, so we can start this next damn round. Look, everybody need to lose today. They need to lose today because I'm done. I need to get to the semifinals. We done with this first round. We're waiting on y'all two today and tomorrow. Get it over with.
I'm gonna say this. I'm excited to see Boston versus New York. I don't think New York really matches up, but I love to see this. And
they got heart, man. They got heart.
What they did, that poor dude in Detroit, when that dude did that crossover and caught him and it shot that 3 to end the game. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. Brunson. How the Mavs don't have Brunson or Luka? How you don't have either one?
Stop bringing up old news, man.
I don't understand
it. If you do, I'm going to start talking about Rodgers. I'm going to start talking about Rodgers.
Okay, my fault. But what I would say is, congratulations to the Knicks. The Knicks versus the Celtics. The Cavs versus the Pacers. I'm ready for all that East fire. I'm ready for all the East right now.
I'm ready for all the damn smoke, but I'm going to tell you right now. Knicks in 6. They're going to die by the 3. The Celtics are going to die by the 3. That has carried them for the last 2-3 years. They're going to die this year. I'm predicting it. They're going to die by the 3.
I don't care if you get smelt. I don't care if it's hot and you start to melt. I'm going to pick the Celts in 5 and 6 games. I don't care.
5 or 6. You got to pick one. Ain't no
6 games. 6 games. That's all. That's all we're going to say about that. Let's move on.
You heard it first. Get it over with. Get it over with.
Yeah, we thought this was the best series. Now we just tired.
It still is the best damn series. I'm not taking nothing from it. It's just I'm so freaking mad that they did not pull this out last night. Where the hell were you, Murray? Murray, you so up and down. This is why we can't put no money on y'all. Exactly why we keep putting no money on you. Where were you at last night?
Game 7 this evening at 7:30 on TNT.
I'll be doing a damn photo booth with some children, man. If you don't text me every damn score check. I may not reply, but just at least I know I'll be ready to spin in the booth.
I got you. Because I know Farrah love the kids, so I'll make sure
I don't love seniors. Those were elementary last weekend. These them damn ragged ass seniors that need to show ID because I don't think they're 18. But anywho, keep me posted on this game. But who you got tonight? I'm scared to call it.
I'm gonna call Denver at home. Denver at home.
That's what I'm saying.
Denver
man, it's that damn Harden right there getting on my nerve.
Maybe somebody should shave his beard. Maybe his game is stuck in that beard, so we're shaving and combing it out or something.
He has gotten on my everlasting damn nerve.
But he's doing what he's doing.
I'm sticking with Denver. Denver in 7. They're gonna have to do it tonight. If they don't, now this is stressful. This is stressful. I mean, and the thing is that the Warriors are so depleted. I mean, oh man, they're going off fumes and they're making it happen because of their experience. They're champions.
Well, we know going in the series, Houston should have won the series. They're the number 2 seed overall.
I picked them to win, and I'm sticking with it.
But we also said that Golden State has the experience, and that experience should have lasted five games, or maybe game 6. But now you got to go to game 7. You got to play Houston and them young legs and that young energy, and you got to play that game. And even Golden State has to come up and blow them out early in this game to win and hold on at the very end. Because if they don't come out smoking in game 7, Houston's gonna win the series.
They couldn't get within 5. They fought so hard last night. It was like, you right there. They just couldn't do it. They just could not do it. They didn't have that firepower. I don't know who's going to win this. I will get to watch the game tomorrow. I'm going for the Rockets. Of course, I'm sticking with my picks, but we'll see if Chef Curry do what Chef do.
Do what Chef do. Well, we'll see.
Do what Chef do. We're going to see tomorrow.
But our point is, let's get on because we're ready for round 2.
Please. We're over it.
Okay. All right. Next.
Try to let it go. Golden State looked old last night, man. Geriatrics unit. Yes, they did.
And we're not even going to talk about this when we've said it's on Tuesday. Congratulations.
They still in ice baths. They still in the ice bath from last night. They're sitting there 8 hours straight. Won't be against the Chef, though. Won't bet. I ain't trying to bet against him either. I really don't. I want to bet against him, but we're going to see how it will work out for him. But I think looking good, but we'll know tomorrow. But the Thunder, man, it ain't no competition. There is no competition.
Okay. Congratulations.
That's what it is. Congratulations. All right. Now we're getting cooking. Now we're down to the last squad in the West. Anything?
You see, I said it under my name. What it said? On the phone, sitting alone. Lakers went home in 5. That's all I can say.
As long as you know.
That's all I can say.
As long as you know. Because I'm going to tell you what. Who was it? What's his name? BJ Huxtable, Brittany's husband, the one he came on a couple weeks back with us. He said it best. He said, I think we are, he had made a post. He said something about to the effect of we are witnessing Michael Jordan. The Michael Jordan we didn't get to see public. Back in the day.
Or the ones with the baby mamas and paid all the other stuff.
Yeah, drop me off at the bar, let me drink my beer, and y'all pick me up on your way back to the arena, and I'm going to play drunk and get my 30 piece and sit down in the first half and do my job. That's the Jordan we didn't know. People didn't publicize, but that's who he was. Damn near drunk.
So we getting the social media Jordan now is what we basically
Yes, the Ant-Man is Jordan. I saw that comparison, but Ant-Man is really evolving. Man, but I tell you what. That damn Rudy Gobert, but it was all because the damn Lakers were 5'5", the whole damn lineup. Like, what the hell are we doing out here? I don't know what. Get rid of the coach like you do the rest of them. When you
let Gobert score 27 and 24, and you did not at any point figure out a way to either put a big man in there just to rebound, because that's all he was doing, rebound, putting it back, and get then you knew something was going on. But we knew. Any Laker fan or any basketball fan knew when they made that trade. The big thing was they didn't have any big men. That's why they tried to get Williams out of Charlotte, and that fell through. And once that fell through, you had no big man. And you can play defense all you want, but if I'm 6'5" and he's 7'4", I don't care what kind of defense I played unless I'm on his back. If I'm riding Jeffrey the giraffe's back, it don't make no difference. I'm just on his back.
But then he goes. The coach goes small, regardless. You still didn't even use your biggest players that you even had on the bench. You went small. It wasn't working. You didn't change up the game plan. This was some bad coaching. Game before, he made them play freaking the whole fourth quarter. Didn't even send them out the last 2 or the damn third. Give them a breath. Like, you got you talking about geriatrics. That's how it felt over here the other night with the Lakers.
I can jump on the bandwagon and say it's bad coaching. I'm going to also say that this is his first year as a coach, not a head coach, as a coach.
And he shouldn't have been one because he ain't coached nowhere else. He ain't coach his kids. He ain't coach high school, AAU, nothing. We just go straight on to the NBA and think we about to damn win a damn. Oh, man, listen.
So all I'm going to say is you can say bad coaching, but he did take this team to 50-plus wins.
He didn't take them no damn where. That team was good enough to make 50 wins. That was already there that he picked up. He did nothing. I don't think he did anything.
Then why did Ham not win 50 games the year before? Why didn't they not win the division? And I'm a Laker fan. Hold on. Why didn't they?
Let me skip this. Let me skip this. Okay, let me go back. Let me go on over. Western Conference Finals in the first year as a Lakers coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First year exit in his first year as a Lakers coach. I ain't got nothing to do with your tenure. They chose to hire a rookie as a coach.
There we go. Ham was not a rookie as a coach. He had more experience and then to do it. Now, you're right. I didn't want him to fire Ham at any point because I'm a Laker dude. But
this dude need to be fired.
But I'm not going to say JJ, and I'm not a JJ whatever because I hate Duke and everything about him. But I'm not. The dude's a first year coach. It's his first time coaching overall. This is what they did.
He should have never had this job. And can you at least admit that? You think he should have had this job?
Excuse me. Look who did the hiring and look what he looked like. I mean, sorry, they ain't gonna give me the job first time. Sorry, I don't care how smart I am or how brilliant you think I am. They ain't gonna give me the job.
You had old boy out in the Celtics. What's his name? I guess maybe because he's a darker skin. Played for Florida State. What's his name? Coach out in Boston.
Joe Mazzulla?
No, Cassell. I think Cassell. Sam went out for it. They wouldn't. They don't want nothing to do with him.
Listen, it is what it is. Either way, they wasn't gonna win the championship with Luka this year or AD this year. They wasn't gonna win the championship.
But y'all thought so word. Y'all said that this was supposed to have been a great thing, short term for you guys, long term.
Listen, the rule of the game is they try to steal a championship this year and then put a squad back in the next few years to win championships.
Yeah, JJ gonna run Luke out of town. He only got 1 year. He can leave if he wants to. He ain't got to stay.
Maybe he'll come back to Dallas. Maybe Nico will sign him back next year.
Now, you know, they only stay around 2 years. If Nico's gone, he might come back.
He said if Nico's gone, you better take the ownership with him. You better bring Cuban back. You better bring all that back.
Maybe Cuban know now he made a dumb decision when he sold some of it, but I don't know. I don't personally think it's going to be a Mavs team in the next couple of years in Dallas. Because they want them in Vegas. They want them in the owners where the owners want them right now. They want a casino. It's bigger than basketball.
Well, then give them a casino and keep your team.
Well, you can't have a casino in Texas.
Apparently, they can build a hotel.
And they gotta have casinos in it. You can't do that here. So, but you know, before we get too far along, y'all know I love the baby pictures. Did you see the video of Ant-Man walking around the city, around the
Ant-Man, Batman, Lakers in 5.
He was talking trash, walking around the dang Staples Center. I was killing myself, dying. You got to find that video. But yeah, and then you see the Wakanda Forever. Is this your king? Is this your king?
Wow, you've been waiting all show to put this up here. You've been waiting the whole time, sitting here waiting for that. That's just what we gonna do. Is that what we gonna do, fair?
Wakanda Forever. Do you understand me? Wakanda Forever. Is this your king? That's all I want to know. Paul, is this your king?
Listen, I sent you the video on your email. I sent it to you the other day. You got the one that was in Ant-Man, Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, Lakers died in 5.
As I said, Lakers home in 5. I get it.
All right. The trade of the century that's about to come up. This got to happen. It's got to happen. I ain't a fan, but I know this is about to happen. Giannis, come on out to Lakers. They're going to give up Hachi and him there. Go ahead. Giannis could come. We don't need him in Dallas. I don't say we don't need him. Anybody will take him. But we got enough big boys out there. But I do see him in LA. I wonder how this will work out. What you think?
I think it's the opposite.
Don't get mad at me, Paul. I've been saying that Giannis was gonna go to the Lakers for a minute.
No, I think it's the opposite. You keep keep the white dude, and then that number 23, you drop down in that Bucks uniform. Bucks keep some people in the stands for a year or two. You can even throw Bronny in on the trade and get the whole family in Milwaukee, and they can have it. It's closer to Cleveland than it is in LA. Milwaukee is closer to Cleveland.
If
they can go back home.
LeBron leaves and go to another team right at the end of retirement, Lord, for God's sake. Everybody talking, he just need more help. Well, you shouldn't have wasted a roster spot on your son, and maybe y'all could have got him.
Nope, I didn't say they waste. I said if he goes to play, he can take his son with him, and they can go play together to find a couple of years. That's all.
And maybe he ain't playing no more. Damn that pick. Take it down. I ain't getting no respect. First off, Bronny, he's a rap. I think he'll be in the G League for good next year. This was just a marketing stunt this year.
Why are you still talking about Bronny? I just said if they get rid of him, take Bronny with you, and y'all can play together. He can start. Both of them can start in Milwaukee next year. That's all.
He could start in Milwaukee
because they ain't gonna have nobody else. Doc Rivers will be coaching LeBron, Bronny, and the Supremes. You know. So
well, this how it wraps up. We almost there. We just need these two teams to take it on out for us today and tomorrow, and we could be done and move on over to semifinals where some real balling can actually happen. But we'll definitely be able to go over all that on Tuesday. What else did I have? This is my last little picture. What you think? Is it an end of an era? I mean, like for real.
Let's just see.
Is this
Paul George, Kyrie? I'm looking at the people who are injured. Dame, yeah. Well, we'll see. That's all I have to say about that. We'll see.
End of an era. End of this era. End of Pop. I don't have a picture of Pop, but shout out to Popovich. Stepped down as the head coach at San Antonio Spurs. He will be in the office. So he's staying on in that capacity. But major shout out, kudos to him, everything he's done for the league. Good man, far as I know. That's all they talk about. But hopefully he has good health. Things of that nature get a little better, but he is out of there.
And Giannis. Oh, geez, y'all singing the song.
Yes.
I want to know. I need to know. Is this the end, girl? Ooh. Oh, my fault. I had to get it back up. Mama used to told me it was going to happen, but she never told me when. She told me it will happen when I was much older. Wish it would have happened then. Okay, my fault. Y'all act like we don't know. You act like we don't know. Woo, my fault. Sorry, my fault.
Oh, it turned into a solo. Go ahead now. Come on.
Y'all killing me. But yes, maybe Giannis will be in San Antonio next year with Wembley.
Yeah.
And 78-year-old Chris Paul, and they may make a run for it in the West.
I think Chris is going to retire at the end of the season. I think once everything's said and done, I think he's going to retire.
Not if they get Giannis, because he can listen. I'm gonna get a chance to get a championship. All I gotta do is get to 2 years. I mean, a year on the bench, get me 10 minutes a game. I'm gonna get me a championship. I don't have to start.
I want my ring.
I want my ring. I won't be the greatest point guard in history. All I need is a ring.
He said that was that joint. Yes, it was. But you know what? But this is the end of this show today. We ain't got nothing else for y'all. But yes, I want to say thank you guys for joining the show today. This was a doozy today. So please, Lord, not. Yeah, that's an option. That is a really big option. And we'll pop in the office.
Yep. And it's a small market.
Making phone calls.
He's just moving from Milwaukee to San Antonio. Both of them small market teams. He's still gonna make his money. Sit on right there.
We don't have no snow. Bring all the children out here. We got the river walk.
Come on, it's hot. You can enjoy it. We got a nice little spot for you. You don't have to work. You got the big Wembley over there right there, boy. You can just be a star.
Yeah, that's all you got to do is dump. He'll pass it to you. I'm trying to tell you, it could be a good scenario. We're gonna see how it goes. Pop is in the office calling him now.
Paul, what did you choose? Is it my Carolina or her Carolina? We ain't hear from you yet. Which Carolina? I want to know. Don't sit there.
I want to know.
Oh gosh.
He said he ain't getting in the middle of that damn Carolina with the war. About borders. But we will be back Tuesday because make sure you guys, we got a lot to talk about on Tuesday. We got to see who won these 2 last games so we can get into the semifinals of what's going on. WNBA, catch a couple games. I think it's one on today and one tomorrow, preseason. We're going to watch them on through so we can make it to their little season. Who else? What else we got on? That's it, ain't it?
That's it. I'm looking at the National Wiffle Ball Championship right now. That's how bad sports are right now.
Oh, damn, man. It's a lot of good shows on that you can catch up on, binge watch.
Something I'm going to have to, this is my time of year.
I'm about to go binge watch on something, I'm telling you. But make sure you guys join us Tuesday. We'll be back, go over all these recaps. So Tuesday, 7 o'clock East Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Make sure y'all jump on. Outside of that, what shout outs you got for the people?
I just want to say peace, everybody, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. And shout out to everybody who hadn't seen the show, want to know the show is. Look at it. We got some, check it out. You will enjoy it. I mean, you ain't even like to listen to Farrah. Nobody likes to listen to Farrah. I'm just telling you how that goes. But go ahead. That's my shout out. What about yours?
Shout out to the people. Shout out, I ain't really got many. Just shout out to everybody that's watching the show. Go and watch the show. Go and replay. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Make sure you guys join us every Thursday or every Saturday and every Tuesday. Outside of that, that's all the shout outs I got. I'm about to go get some rest. I got to do a podcast. Well, not a podcast, but a photo booth tonight. See how these businesses running together?
Listen.
Cinco de Mayo, what you doing?
Next thing you know, you do a podcast at one of the photo booths. Cinco de Mayo, because I look like I look, I would be right here with a margarita in my hand.
Mayo, nope, it's a place over on Main Street. Something Brandy told me that's gonna have something good on Monday, so I'll let you know. But Cinco de Mayo, I got Cinco de Mayo grapes. Yep, I got red, yellow, and green grapes over here for y'all. So anybody that wants something through Razzle Dazzle apples and more, we're having a $5 sale for Cinco de Mayo.
Well, we will have to see that then. Maybe I just have to get some of them things. Get them things.
You might just have to, but it ain't going to be tomorrow because we out of here today. Got a boot. But on that note, y'all be easy, peace. Y'all know how we do it. Peaceful out here. No fighting in the streets. See y'all like they do on the court. But on that note, peace.